Do you get seriously overwhelmed in crowds when there's a lot of people around? We're going to talk all about it. Stay tuned. That's what's up next. Hi, my name is Natasha Daniels. I'm a child therapist and I make videos for kids with anxiety or OCD. Today I want to talk to you about a common issue with people who have anxiety, and that is a little bit of claustrophobia. Do you know what claustrophobia is? It's a fancy word, which just means kind of like you're feeling like caved in. And a lot of times that can happen in crowds. So the larger the group of people, the more claustrophobic and overwhelmed some people can get. Is that you? Do you feel really, really nervous and overwhelmed when you're around a big group of people? I know I do. I get very, very overwhelmed. It feels very chaotic to me. And part of that for many of us is that we kind of can pick up on people's energy and we can read people really well. And so when you have a large group of people like that, you're picking up on a lot of activity and smells and movement. And for those of us that are very sensitive, that can be overwhelming. So what do you do about that? A lot of people, their quick answer is, I avoid. I avoid going to crowded places, Natasha. I just don't go, which is fine, except I have found in my almost 5 decades of living that I can't always avoid crowds. And there are things that I can do that can make me feel better so that I can still go out and have fun and do things that I have to do sometimes that are around crowds. Because I don't want to be the Debbie Downer and hold my family back when they want to go to a festival or do something. And sometimes for work, I have to go to large conferences like last week. So the first thing that I would recommend is if you're older and you have a phone, it can be helpful to have funny images or memes or TikTok or Snapchat or Instagram, whatever you like to have as an older person on your phone. And I've actually had people where they'll do like a playlist of music or images or pictures that they go to calm them down when they're in a crowd. The reason for that is if you're feeling really overwhelmed, you can ground yourself and you can tune out everything by putting headphones on and just focusing on your phone. That's a good emergency reset so that you can kind of get your breath back and feel better. Another thing is to not feel like you're trapped. So one thing that I do a lot is I try to get onto the outside of the crowd. So if we're in a large auditorium, I try to sit on the outside so that there's an easy exit. Or if we're walking with a large crowd, I try to get all the way up to the wall or the outside of the crowd so I'm on the outside walking in. Does that make any sense? Because the more space you can see, the less claustrophobic you can feel. If noise is overwhelming for you, then you can bring some AirPods or headphones or even like swimmers' earwax, that you can get for swimming. All of that can help tune out that one sense, that noise, so that you can feel a little less overwhelmed. Because really, a lot of it is being bombarded by senses. You smells and you can hear and you can feel. It's all encompassing. So if you can eliminate some of that for you, whether you're putting headphones on or something else, that can really help. So I would say don't avoid crowds, but take some precautions. So put something on your phone or your parents' phone that can help ground you and distract you, because sometimes when you just need to bring it in. I would bring headphones so that I can cut down the noise. I would go on the outside perimeter of a crowd if possible, and I would sit on the aisle or the outside if I was in like an auditorium. I would always look for the exit so I know that, hey, there's an exit right behind me. So if I need to get some fresh air, I can go back out there. And if I'm in a festival type of thing, I might take a break and go to a less crowded area just for a drink and to sit down. So it's not weird. A lot of us struggle with these issues, but instead of just avoiding and saying, that's not my thing, it's not what I do, you can come up with these creative ways to problem solve so that when you do have to go into crowds, you got this, you can handle it, and it won't be the end of the world. So I hope that you have a fantastic rest of your week, and I hope you find the sparkle in everything you do. I'll talk to you again next Thursday. Take care.